Hello. I welcome you, my demographic of people who have nothing better to do than watch shitty videos on YouTube. Today I bring you a gently used video about the many various plot holes in Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney. But, before we begin, I should point out that there will be absolutely no spoilers in this video whatsoever. Totally. Number 5, Bellick's death. One of the most glaring plot holes in the game is Bellick's death. If you'll notice on the cover of the game, it's clearly listed as T for teen. Why, then, I ask you, is there a man literally committing suicide? Is this what you want, Capcom? Are teenagers committing suicide? If so, then that's exactly what you got, you sick fucks. Number 4, how did they keep the bell tower stay hidden? Another one of the great mysteries of the game is how they kept the bell tower hidden. If you'll notice, in this picture, the bell tower in question is clearly stood right in the middle of a large, open field. How then, in the decades that the bell tower stood there, did nobody ever bump into it? The answer is simple. They did, but the writers were too lazy to address it. That, or they just got really lucky, and nobody ever tried to walk there. Ever. Number 3, how did Layton keep his hat on? That's right, this is one of the largest questions of the game. If you'll look here you'll notice Layton still has his hat on, despite traveling, unconscious, for several hundred miles on what we can only assume was dirt road. How then, did he manage to keep his hat on? We demand answers. Number 2, why didn't the shades leave any footprints? That right folks, even though you're covered in some cloth that somehow magically makes you invisible, you don't actually disappear. Your body is still there, able to change the environment, which means things like leaving footprints, right? Wrong. Because if the shades did leave footprints it would screw up the entire plot. So, Capcom and Level 5 just ignored it, good job guys. Number 1, where the hell did Birdley get a parrot from? That's right, this is the question on everyone's minds. If you haven't noticed, Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney is actually set in medieval times. This is obvious due to the fact they still have handmade bread, which is, quite surprisingly, not known for having a large amount of parrots. How then, we ask, did Birdley get a parrot? There's only one of two explanations here. First, Birdley is actually the spawn of Satan, and got it through weird voodoo shite. Or, secondly, Capcom just conveniently didn't notice. I think the answer here is obvious. Well, folks, that's the video. I hope it made you completely miserable, and discouraged you from ever using the internet ever again. Be sure to comment if have mean things to say, dislike if you liked the video, and subscribe if you hate yourself and everyone around you.